Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode is for the builders, collectors, and curious minds following the Internet Computer Protocol. We are taking a closer look at what might be the most technically advanced infrastructure for NFTs in Web3, but one that still hasn't fully caught on culturally. The tools are there, the speed, the storage, the zero gas fees, all in place. What's missing? People showing up and using it creatively. Before we get started, a quick heads up. This content is brought to you by Ledger Life, an independent platform covering ICP and decentralized tech. No sponsors, no ads, just stories we think matter. If you find value in what we share, you can support us directly. Our donation links and project wallets are in the description below. All right, let's get into what's working, what's not, and where things could go from here for NFTs on ICP. The Internet Computer Protocol has built one of the most technically capable environments for NFTs in Web3. It offers zero gas fees, full on-chain storage, rapid transaction speeds, and near infinite scalability. Wallet integration is seamless, and cross-chain compatibility with ecosystems like Ethereum, Solana, and Bitcoin is beginning to take shape. The building blocks are in place. What's still missing is the consistent cultural momentum to match the infrastructure. While there are now at least 9 active NFT marketplaces on ICP, creative activity and community engagement have yet to reach their potential. Artists, collectors, and builders have the tools, but widespread adoption and participation remain patchy. Compared to Ethereum, where creator and collector communities have matured and grown deeply networked, ICP feels early, though not empty. Entreport remains the most established marketplace in the ecosystem. Created by Tonic Labs, it supports high-profile collections like Pocked Bots, Bitcoin Flowers, and Internet Crepes. Tonic itself operates a separate platform, mirroring some functionality and helping onboard new creators. Impossible Things, developed by the Origin Foundation, targets the luxury segment. It offers authenticated NFTs tied to high-value items like watches and collectibles, including collaborations with Watchbox and the UEFA Foundation. Its cross-chain support includes Ethereum and Solana, placing it in a broader context than most. Other marketplaces add variety. CetoSwap enables fractional ownership through FNFTs, hosting projects such as Bobo Eggs and ICP. IC Market has become the go-to for secondary listings like Starfish NFTs. Hat supports grassroots generative art, including its own Shellbacks collection and Nightbird's universe. Gigaverse Labs, which launched early projects like IC Punks, IC Cats, and Infinity Flies, now host an expanding roster of community-driven art. Yumi, a fully decentralized marketplace, stores all data on-chain and supports features like auctions and mystery drops. Recent highlights include the Girls Collection by Shoe Fan, which quickly sold out. Bionic handles Bitcoin Ordinals NFTs, bridging BTC and ICP via CKBTC. Crowdfund NFT helps launch new projects with presale tools and trusted onboarding. Still, several platforms listed in older Definity documentation are now inactive. Motoco is offline. BitBasel shows no ICP presence in its interface. Canister Store and Contribute are not operational. That list needs revision as the center of activity has clearly shifted. The technical benefits of ICP are well known. Its reverse gas model allows users to mint, trade, and interact without paying gas fees. Instead, platforms absorb minimal network cost, typically 0.0001 ICP per transaction. All NFT data, metadata, images, videos is stored directly on-chain, avoiding the weaknesses of centralized or IPFS-linked storage seen in Ethereum or Solana projects. The user experience is fast, responsive, and consistent. Wallet support includes Infinity Wallet, Stoic Wallet, Bitfinity Wallet, and Internet Identity. Some platforms like CetoSwap require ICP to be wrapped into wrapped ICP, though this is handled seamlessly within the interface. The proposed ICRC7 NFT standard aims to improve interoperability between marketplaces, but adoption remains limited as of mid-2025. What's holding ICP back isn't functionality, it's activity. Usability issues occasionally affect older platforms like Entreport and Tonic, and scams remain a risk as in any Web3 setting. The Dignity Foundation regularly warns about phishing attempts and urges users to verify links and keep keys secure. These are solvable. What's harder to manufacture is cultural buy in. That's where NFTs come in, not as financial tools, but as cultural signals. They enable identity, storytelling, and digital ownership. Unlike tokens, which are fungible and interchangeable, NFTs carry meaning because they are traceable, permanent, and probably unique. As Punk 6529 puts it, NFTs are the scarcest cultural objects ever made, the only cultural objects with pristine provenance. They are not Bitcoin, but they will behave over time in ways that emotionally parallel Bitcoin for the $100 trillion in global intangibles. In an extended thread, he compared NFTs to the vast yet opaque world of fiat culture. The billions of items sitting in museums and private collections, most of which lack any clear provenance. There are roughly 200k objects in MoMA, 615k in the Louvre, 1.5 million at the Met, and 157 million at the Smithsonian. UNESCO estimates there are over 100,000 museums globally. Nobody really knows how many objects exist in storage or in circulation, and that's part of the problem. What NFTs solve is visibility. They log what was created, when, by whom, how many copies exist, who owns them, and whether any have been burned or faked. According to Punk 6529, with NFTs, you know when they were created, who created, how many exist, who owns them, how many are destroyed, which are fake. This changes how we think about culture. What once required trust in institutions can now be verified on chain. He added, bit by bit, more people will come through to the other side and say, wait, it feels risky and fake to own a non NFT cultural object. ICP is uniquely suited to this shift. It offers tools that can support a provenance first culture with full transparency, decentralized storage, and no user facing cost. What it lacks right now is a sustained way of creativity, participation, and narrative formation. There are early signals. Motoco, a community NFT project created by the Dignity Foundation, celebrates the Motoco programming language and ICP development. Motoco Ghost, a 10,000-piece collection launched in 2021 by artist John Ball, were initially given away to DSCVR users and NFT NYC attendees. They now command a floor price of several ICP. Motoco makes a follow-up collection of 2021 NFTs were airdropped in 2022 to Supernova Hackathon participants. They are fully hosted on-chain and minted with support from Tonic Labs. Motoco Sentinels, another project by John Ball, launched in April 2024 on Bionic using CKBTC. These 3D animated NFTs imagine Sentinels as sentient code packets defending a decentralized universe. They offer a creative reinterpretation of the Motoco Ghost, extending the lore and tying into Bitcoin native assets. Motoco PAL NFTs, though less widely known, continue to serve community engagement efforts. Holders can participate in special events or contests, sometimes earning token or NFT rewards. Another creative community is Goodnight Punks, operates across multiple chains but maintains a strong presence on ICP. Their pixel punk designs in night mode use vibrant blockchain color schemes and emphasize clean aesthetics. The project is less about speculation and more about collective exploration and creative collaboration. These examples show what's possible technically and artistically. What's missing is scale. Community participation remains low relative to ICP's capabilities. Most active collectors know each other by name. Drops come and go with little fanfare beyond niche Telegram or DSCVR groups. There is talent but not yet mass movement. That's the gap. ICP has the infrastructure. It has live, functional marketplaces. It has a few standout collections and a handful of developers and creators building with care. The tech stack is one of the best in Web3. What needs to catch up is the culture, the experimentation, the risk taking, the sense of community that turns platforms into ecosystems. If ICP is to thrive creatively, it needs to encourage more projects like Motoco, Goodnight Punks, Shoe Fans Girls, and the dozens of smaller collections finding their way into the ecosystem. It needs artists who aren't waiting for liquidity before launching. It needs collectors who buy because they care. It needs curators, critics, and storytellers to explain why any of this matters. The structure is there, the pipelines are ready, the wallets work. What comes next is up to the people using it. NFTs might be programmable JPEGs, but they are also culture. On ICP, they can be verifiably permanent culture, but only if more of that culture actually shows up. Speaking of real world applications that could help push the ecosystem forward, GoldDAO has launched a bridge to move tokenized gold from ICP to Base in under 30 seconds. It's being called the first DAO led gold backed token system without traditional bank custodians. That's a big step for real world asset integration and another example of what's possible when ICP tech is matched with purpose. That's it for this one. If you are part of the ICP space or just watching from the sidelines, now might be a good time to get involved, not just as a trader or collector, but as someone helping shape what culture on-chain could look like. If this video helped you understand the bigger picture, give it a like. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to support what we are doing at Ledger Life, from reporting to editorials to these videos, all the donation details are in the description. Every bit helps us stay independent and keep covering the quieter but important corners of Web3. Thanks for being here. Until next time.